Hello everybody. Today I just want to go over a short demo and just explain how to take some of these exercises and apply them, to actual work, making, say, drawing people, drawing human figures. So here's this exercise that I'm going to show you, which is um, just taking a circle, or rather um, a disc, taking a disc like this, and being able to draw it, as if it's rotating, or drawing it as if it's rotating on a specific axis. So, making this disc appear as if it's rotating on a specific axis. This is something that you can do when you've, mastered the assignment. This is ideally what you need to be able to do. And by mastering the assignment, I mean doing it fast as I am or faster than I can. If you can do it better than I can, then yeah, I would not even go so far as to say that I have mastered this exercise. I'd say I'm pretty good at it, but I haven't exactly mastered it because I'm not perfect at it. So, being able to take this set of hoops, and make it turn and travel through space, that kind of thing. This is what it's a circle. It's the same circle, but I've just managed to turn it around and around. So doing a human figure out of this, using just these oops. So just using the ellipse and then joining the parts. I'm I'm not thinking of any particular intent in this pose. I'm just demonstrating the technique. So I've just used ellipses, or rather used these circles as a way to create the forms that I need. Because I can control the path of and size of these circles as they rotate and go through space, I can control the path of a body. If I want an arm to go straight out to the side, I can just use, well, what does a circle look like from the side? It looks like a dull straight line, doesn't it? So that's an arm that goes straight out. But if I want an arm that comes slightly towards us, then I have to change the angle of the circle. And also I'm going to have to make it so that they get larger even for hands, or for a hand, I can still use an ellipse. I can imagine that on my wrists, I'm going to use the cross section is going to be like this, except I can't actually push this into my wrist, right? And for the hand, well, I've got that as well. So I can adjust these. They don't have to be circles, perfect circles. So even for a hand, for the for the body of the hand, I can use the flat disc like that. I can use for the wrist ellipses. They're still discs. I'm still using the same tool. Even marking off where the joints are and the fingers. So it's all about being able to control these shapes. Now, there's another exercise that I like to use. Let me just start on a blank page. I call it, if you can if you can draw a torso, using ellipses, multiple placed ellipses, like so. Now I'm just connecting everything. Okay. That's one way you can do it, making ellipses. Here's another way. You can use the planar nature of a disk as a way, because right now I'm using these disks as cross sections. But what I mean by using something as a plane, you'll see on a hand, the hand has this plane, right? Plane. Anytime I turn this, there's a plane. There's a surface plane that's going to change depending on the angle of the surface. All right, so anything like that, I can use ellipses as I can use the disk shape to indicate that planar form. And then I can go on and I can cross section. There's another. I'm going to stretch them up, but I'm still sticking them on the sides as a plane. Sometimes it's not about having a million different techniques, but having a few techniques that are just very reliable. So I'm just sticking a whole bunch of lids on, and angling them according to the surface. And this time I haven't used many cross sections at all. I'm trying to avoid using the cross sections just for the exercise. When you draw, I don't know, for real, then you can use whatever works best. All right, but there it is. I'm just I've used I've used it in a different way. I've used it to indicate the surface rather than the cross section. So it's still just the same thing as the exercise. If you want to practice this, then you can take an abstract, just a shape like that, and practice moving them around. If you really want to, you find yourself getting bored, then try doing everything as a single stroke. Now it's decidedly harder. This is what's going to test you, but don't bite off anything. Don't bite off more than you can chew. So that's it.